flip through because I have finished this Bible. It's gotten probably about as chunky as I like to let it get, just so I can kind of keep the binding nice and safe, because I do want these to be able to last and become kind of a legacy item for any future kids or anything like that. So I just thought that I would kind of take you through a little flip through of my Bible, and the majority of the entries in the Bible are from the 100 Days of Bible Promises, and you can get this book on Dayspring. I have a link listed in the description below, and it's just a 100-day devotional content on one side with some Bible verses, and then some space to create on the other side. It was a super great journey for me. I loved it. I learned a lot about myself as well as God, and I was able to de-stash some things that I had been kind of hoarding. I was able to put it into my book, which was wonderful. So let's go ahead and flip through my Bible and we'll get started. Okay, so when you open up my Bible, I have, this was an element from the Print and Pray shop, and I just cut it to size. And then I put it in the front of my Bible. I used the clear sticker paper. I use that a lot in this Bible. And so you can go ahead and just see the description below for where you can get that clear sticker paper. But I just loved that I had this right as soon as I opened my Bible. And I also put the date of when I started and then the date of when I finished. And here on this page, I put the kits that I was working through, as well as used a cutout from one of the toolkits from the Print and Pray shop, noting that when my 100 Days of Bible Promises are in this book. And so I did not do this in order as far as the 100 days. It's not in chronological order of the Bible. So we might get to like day 50 before we see day 1. So just kind of bear with me on that. Here's day 29 about being strong and courageous in Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. I used some old stamps, some clear sticker paper, and it looks like some watercolor. Here was just a really simple one using some stamps from an old kit. This was day 23. Here, this was from the, it was from, what was the name of it? Yes, the All Things New kit, I believe, and that he was just restoring life. And this was from, I journaled this using the She is Brave collection on the Print and Pray shop. I believe that's still available. All of the elements that you see on the page were from there, and I just used some WordFetti to help guide my journaling there. And here you can see this is from the Only One You kit. I just used pieces from the kit that they gave us. This is the washi tape that everyone loves, that highlighter washi. It is also using the link down in the description. You can get that there. It comes in a pack of all of those colors, and they're super fun, and you can still see through the tape, which is awesome. And this was actually 93 out of 100, and talking about Jesus just always being there for us. I loved these colors on the page. And this is about persevering and finding comfort. 85, again, this was clear sticker paper with some stamps. You'll see that a lot throughout my entries. This one got a lot of love on my Instagram, at Row Writes. It's with the little sloth from the Print and Pray shop. And this was 36 out of 100, just journaling about how we need to slow down and wait for God to do his work. And here's 5 out of 100. This was from the toolkit in the Print and Pray shop. I got a lot of questions about my journaling here. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, your handwriting is so nice. Really, I took some inspiration from Shauna Noel, and I typed it on my computer, and then I just printed it on clear sticker paper. This is using some watercolor markers on a Ziploc baggie, spritzing it with water, flipping the baggie over, and you get this effect with a little die cut piece on there. And this is in Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. And this was 4 out of 100. Again, that clear washi tape, some wonky alpha stickers from Bella Boulevard, and I just loved the little butterflies from that. And here was just some stamps about God leading me. I used this as some inspiration, also from Shauna Noel. I used the end of an eraser with some acrylic, or the end of a pencil, the eraser on it, and with some acrylic paint, and then dabbed it all over my page to get kind of a confetti look with the die cut pieces. And these two kind of went together. There's like the teal and the green and the pinks, so I kind of meshed those together. This was with a type of spray that was kind of psychedelic and iridescent, and I just used some different black alphabet. This was 49 out of 100, and then this was 74 out of 100. Super duper simple. I probably had done a couple entries on this day, and so I tried to keep them as simple as possible, especially when you're doing a 100-day journey like that. You want to make sure that you keep it as simple as possible. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You can take lots of inspiration from other people, which is really half the fun. And so that's kind of what I used throughout this whole Bible, really. I used lots of different alpha stickers. I did this one through my Instagram. You can check out the stories on there. This one, again, just the pieces from the Print and Pray shop, and then some journaling with some highlighting the verse. I did like that I put the date on top of the tab, so that's something that you can try too. That's a little bit different, which I really liked. This was that clear, or not clear, but the see-through washi tape as well. So I used it just to make some crosses there. This was some cardstock, and I just stuck the stickers right on top of there. And I just kind of had an arrow pointing to the verse that I journaled. This is again using that She Is Brave collection, along with some pieces from the All People, All Nations, and just some big titles going on there. There you see those butterflies again from that Only One You, or the All Things New kit. I believe it is still available through Dayspring, so make sure you check that out. They've got some really cool items up there going on, and just a clear sticker slapped right on there with a little bit of my own journaling there. And again, lots of journaling on this page with some clear sticker elements. This was acrylic paint with some white acrylic crosses that I did. Just the different colors and the alphabet. This again was from one of the kits, and I just printed the items on clear sticker paper. I love how they had the online component with their kits. It just made it really fun to be able to print it the way that you wanted to. And again, some items from the All People, All Nations. And then I liked the simplicity of this. And so all I did was I just clipped it right inside my Bible. And then I have the devotional content as well as my journaling on the back side of it. So I like to do that too and just clip things in. I loved the colors with this. Again, the wonky alphas from Bella Boulevard. And this was my tight journaling printed on clear sticker paper. Clear sticker paper again. And you can see, obviously not every page is done in my Bible. There was no way that I was going to be able to like preserve the pages that I had done and be able to journal on every page. So just as soon as the Bible starts to get kind of full, that's when I start kind of brainstorming the next Bible that I want to get. Just because, like I said earlier, I want it to be able to last, and I like to be able to go back and flip through it. And sometimes if it's too chunky, it's gonna be too hard to do that. Here's an example of me journaling some sermon notes. Usually our church will do things in 3 different sections, and so that's exactly what I did there with some highlighting and just some clear sticker paper items, lots of journaling, items from the print and pray shop. I loved that boat. It was beautiful. And I actually used the Illustrated Faith, the colored pens, a little bit more in this Bible, that's what I used here. And that was really fun to just add some color to my page. Usually I'm kind of an all black ink type of girl, but that was just kind of fun to do. Here's some stenciling that I did. I thought this triangles went well with the sailboat. And here I have a page using the Beloved Society. The girls are just adorable and I love them. This was 38 out of 100 in the book of Matthew. Super simple page, but I thought this sentiment kind of went best with minimal things happening around it. So it just was kind of a visual reminder to rest as well. This was one of my favorite pages that I did. I loved Shauna Noel's design elements in the print and pray shop. She had designed these, and I just printed the butterflies and the alphabets on clear sticker paper, and it just melted right into my page. Here's 65 out of 100. I loved, again, putting the little sentiments on the tabs. This was with some Neo colors mixed with water, and then I just used a little rainbow with some journaling going on, and that was 98 out of 100. I did this one with my Bible journaling group online. This was the All People, All Nations. I clustered all of the countries together. I thought that looked really cool. And then I just kept it really simple with the loved on top of it. And then I used distress ink to kind of stencil this design down there, and then added my journaling. And I love how it turned out. This is from John 3:16. Here is from one of the kits, the little die cuts with the little word fetties. I thought it was so cute, and it's talking about having a gift, and so the little gift and the candle worked out perfectly. You can see here, this is a type of transparency. I printed that a while ago, but it is clear, so you can still see underneath it. Just try to keep it as simple as possible. Obviously, some entries I had more time to do, whereas other entries I was a little bit more pressed for time. But overall, there's no time in the Word that's wasted. So everything just kind of went well together. And this one, you can see, super simple. That was stenciling with distress ink. Again, just lots of big titles in this Bible this time. Here's that ink smooshing again. You can get a different kind of feel when you kind of flip it all onto one side of the page. If you remember, this one kind of meshed more with the different colors, and then this one I stuck more with like the pinks and the yellows, and then it just kind of splattered. This one had more water with it to give it that effect. And then to cover it up, On the back side, I just used some white acrylic paint and then some like peachy acrylic paint. And I thought even with the bleeding through the other page, I still thought it turned out really well. This is 82 out of 100, just using those old pieces from old kits, sticker paper, some Neo colors, that were kind of moistened down. Here, this was 76 out of 100. This was just clear sticker paper. I have some white acrylic paint on there. You can see I boxed my entries a lot this time as well, and that was kind of fun to do. Again, typed my journaling. Here's another example of me clipping some notes into my Bible and just kind of using the margin to have the big title and then the extra piece of paper for my notes. This was day 1 out of 100. So you can see day 1 is way back in 2 Corinthians. So that's what I meant when it wasn't going to be in order, but still fun nonetheless. Here I did some scraping to get that cross look. I just had paint on the paint card and went different ways with that. Tried to use some different colors this time in my Bible. Using the purple a little bit more orangey. This one was just like crazy. It was super fun to do. I started going down a rabbit hole and then like I couldn't stop, and so I think I ended up putting too much into the page. I originally had these in color as well, and it was like too much. So I just decided to trace over it in black to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. So here's talking about the armor of God, and I just kind of used a song to kind of help me journal that. That was 83 out of 100. Here's 15 and 6 out of 100. You can see the colors kind of go together, so it doesn't throw off your eyes too bad. I loved these items from the toolkit in the Print and Pray shop. I'll link the Print and Pray shop below, where you can get a lot of these titles that I used. Here's another example of me clipping in a little card. I just loved that look, and I knew I couldn't recreate it, so I didn't have to. Here again, you can see the big title, clear sticker paper. This was 13 out of 100. This was watercolor, and I thought just the rainbow went really well with the adventure aspect of it. Here you can see I did 2 entries on one because they went together and the colors were the same. And then I used the Beloved Society girl again with lots and lots of journaling. Here I kind of taped this little guy in that I used a lot of acrylic paint, and I did my journaling right on top of there. I used an anchor to kind of go along with that sentiment. This was 88 out of 100. And I got really into stenciling this time. This was a stamp, but this here is a stencil. And so this Bible has a lot of that going on, which I really loved trying a new technique inside of this Bible. If there's a technique that you guys suggest that I try, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm not big on drawing. I definitely don't have that artistic type of vibe, but anything else I'm game to try. So just let me know using the comments below. There again with that colored ink that I used, and that was just a lot of fun. This is day 100 out of 100, and I just wrote down kind of a summary of everything that I learned in that journey. It's the same thing that I did inside my book as well. I just think that's kind of a good reminder. This was just some of my brush lettering, and then some clear sticker. That was day 11 out of 100. some acrylic paint, just some easy highlighting. And I think this one is my final entry in the book of Revelation. So with that, that is my Bible that I just finished. I do have a new Bible already started, and I'm super excited to start Revival Camp in it. And I highly, highly, highly suggest that you purchase this book. It was one of the greatest decisions I think I made this year. I started it back in April, and I did it with the community, and it was a ton of fun. And it's never too late to start. I'm trying to think of when I want to purchase a new book and kind of start again. So it's never too late to start. I definitely suggest picking it up, and hopefully you got some inspiration from me. If you have any questions or anything, just be sure to follow me on Instagram at @rowrights. You can comment down below, anything like that. I'd be happy to answer any questions, and I appreciate the love. And until next time, we'll see ya.